Hi guys, welcome to the next assignment, this Salesforce assignment number 5, and we're going to jump right into it. So for this assignment, what we want to do is to display a table of accounts, and when an account name is clicked, we want to display the name of the account as a page message. So as you can see here, we have an application here, interview assignment 5, and as you can see, we have this page message up here that says select an account by clicking its name. And as you can see, we have a table as well, a list of account names, billing state, province, phone number, as well as websites. How this is supposed to work is you have to, what you need to do is actually go into this account name section and click on the account name. And once you click on it, we should see this new message up top. You selected whatever the account name is. And it's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. This shouldn't be too difficult of an assignment, but what I'm going to do is walk you through it right now. So without further ado, let's jump right into the code. All right, guys, so this is the coding portion of the video for Salesforce assignment number 5. I gave you an overview of what the application is supposed to be about. Now, what we're going to do right now is just jump right into the code. So the first thing that we need to do is create the class. Public class Salesforce Assignment 5. I then want to create myself a variable, and this variable is going to hold the current account name. So it's going to add a comment here. Public string current account name. Now what we need to do is create a method, and this method is actually going to ensure that the page message is properly displayed from the Visualforce page. So if you can remember from the presentation that I just showed you, whenever we click on the account name, the account name would be populated in this page message, which appears at the top of this application. So I just want to do this, create method. I'm just going to write the comment explaining what I'm doing. Create a method to ensure page message is properly displayed from VF. And I just want to go public page reference message, and then simply just return null here. I then want to create a method that is going to detail the message that is going to be displayed. All right, so now I'm going to name this method public string get message. And inside of this method, the first thing that we want to do is create a string. So string new string, and we want to set this equal to an empty string, and then we want to go if current all right, so if current account name equals null, or current account name equals empty, all right, then we want to do something. So if current account name is not selected, then we want a particular message to be displayed. If a current account name is selected, then we want the current account name to be populated within that message that we're creating. So we want to do something like this. New string equals select an account by clicking its name. All right. And then we just want to else right here. Else do something else. Else the new string will be set equal to you selected space and then plus current account name. And after that, return new string. Just make sure these curly braces line up properly. That's the method, that's the else, that is the if. Okay. Next thing I want to do is this. I want to return all the accounts to be displayed. So I want to go public list of type account and get accounts. Then I want to just go return. And then in here, I just simply want to add my SQL query. Select ID, name, phone, website, billing state from account, order by name. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. We're basically just going to write this SQL query, which is going to ultimately return a list of accounts. Because as you can see here, we are pulling this information from the account table here. And this is pretty much it. That's all for the Apex class. And then next we're going to make our way to the Visual Force page. Alright guys, so I have created a Visual Force page for Salesforce Assignment 5, and what we're going to do is just jump right into it. The first thing that we need to do is this. Page title. We can name this Salesforce Assignment Assignment 5, and then from here we're going to be using the Apex class, so we just want to go controller, and then we want to set this equal to we're going to say Salesforce Assignment Salesforce Assignment 5. Because we simply just want to take the same name of our Apex class, since that's what we're going to be using. Apex page. And now inside of here, we're going to need our form, Apex form, and then we're going to need a section header. Section header. And inside the section header, we're just going to need a title. Set this equal to Force Assignment 5. After this, we're going to need to display a dynamic message that displays when an account is selected. So let me just add a comment first. Apex page message. This is what we're going to do. Apex page message. And in this Apex page message, we're going to need an ID equals MSG summary. Is going to be equal to this message. Strength equals, let's see. Well, we don't need this. I think we just need this. Equals info. I think this just is going to be associated with the type of message that is being displayed here. Yes, the severity is going to determine the type of message that is going to be displayed. You can read more about this online. So basically, when it comes to severity, there are different types of messages that can be displayed. One is info. I think another one is an error or something like that. But basically, what we're doing here, we've created an element, page message. We've given it an ID. We've also given it a summary. And this summary is going to be what we created in our Apex class. It's going to basically consist of one of these strings depending on this if conditional statement here. So it's either going to display this or it's either going to display this string here. And we really don't need this. We can just simply do this. All right. The next thing that we need to do is create a page block that's going to hold the accounts. So it's going to go something like this. I want to first of all create a comment here so that you guys follow what I'm doing. Page block holding the accounts. So obviously the next thing would be a page block. Page block. Title equals accounts. And inside this page block, what we need is a table. So we're just going to go Apex page block table. And inside of this table, well, before we even go inside this element, we're actually going to need a couple of attributes here. And inside of this table, we're going to need some columns. All right, we're going to need this. Let's do this apex column, and inside of this column, we're going to add some attributes as well. Header value equals account name. As well as a couple of other columns. But before we even do that, we're going to do this. Well, now let me add a comment. That's what we're going to be doing next. You know, let me add some comments here so you guys can kind of follow along with me. Just make sure you guys are understanding every bit of what I'm doing. That's the table, and what we're doing here is basically when an account name is selected, the page message is going to be changed. And also inside of this command link here, we're going to add some attributes. One attribute is going to be value. We're going to set this value equal to the account name. So we want to do something like this. Account name, just like that. And then we will also want to have an action equals and then inside of this we're going to have a parameter. Value All right, so this is pretty much it as far as this command link goes that we have here. All right, so what I wrote here in this comment, when the account name is selected, the page message will be changed or updated. We have our command link, which is going to have a value of the account name, and it's also going to have an action, which is going to be associated with that message. So when we click an account name in that table, the message is going to be updated, pretty much. And yeah, so I mean, this is pretty straightforward. So we have a param name, which is going to be equal to the current account name. We're also going to have a value associated with it. And this is all going to tie in with what we have here in this Apex class. So you know that whenever we use or call this message, this is referring to the method message here. All right, let's continue. So hopefully you guys understand what's going on here. We have created a table. We also have created a column which has an account name column. We're also going to add some more columns right now. All right, so just want to go Apex column value, set this equal to this ACC phone. What I want to do is copy this because we're going to add a couple more columns right after this. Phone, website, and billing states. Billing state is next. And these are the remaining columns. All right, and this is pretty much it as far as this goes. Let me just make sure everything looks neat so that you guys can clearly understand what's going on. Okay. All right, guys, so you can kind of see what's going on here. We have our table, and inside of our table, we have a column. So you know, whenever we create a table, we need to create columns for that table. And also we need to populate those columns in our table with data, which is pretty much what we're doing when we add the value here. So as I said before, my Apex class, we were executing this SQL statement, and the accounts are going to pull in information from that SQL statement based on that query that we have executed. And then from there, we'll be able to see whatever the new message is. So basically what's supposed to happen is whenever the user goes into the table and they click on an account, on the link of that account name, the message is supposed to be updated. So let's go ahead and save this. Let's see what we get. So we have this up here. Select an account by clicking its name. We select one account. You selected this account, Burlington Textiles Corp of America. Select another account. You selected S-Force. So as you can see, it's working exactly the way that it should. And this is pretty much it. If you have any questions about anything in the Visual Force page or the Apex class that I've created, just let me know in the comments below. Also, there is a lot of documentation online that kind of explain what's going on. Also, if you'd like the actual code for this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll just post it in the description. And hopefully that will make things a whole lot more clear for you guys. Yep. And so that's pretty much it. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video if you've learned something here. And also, don't forget to subscribe. And see you in the next one.